Well, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to place Main Street Fire Rescue in service. And be ready, everybody. I think we're going to have it. I've mentioned it before, but I've been kind of going through some brainstorming. I think we're going to have a channel name change coming up soon. Something that fits a little better with what I do. I love Main Street Fire Rescue. In fact, I might keep the initials MSFR or MSFD, Main Street Fire Department. But I'm gonna probably most definitely have a different name. So with that, keep an eye out. I'll have a promo or a announcement video or vlog when I get ready to do that. So I won't take everybody by surprise here, but let me adjust my camera real quick. But yeah, welcome back. I know it's been a few minutes, few days. So with that, what are we talking about today? Well, today, as you know it, Lightning Lane kicked Genie's ass to the curb this morning, and it's been received on an interesting level with people. It's reading through the comments, some people are already ready to throw this thing in the trash, and others are like, oh, it's fantastic. I haven't used it yet. I've been following it today. It's very, I will say this, it is very confusing. And when Disney came out with this thing, they weren't really upfront on kind of how the process was going to be. And what's interesting is there's several different price points, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up here, and I'm going to show you this, kind of how it works. All right, so you open the My Disney Experience app, right? And the first thing that pops up, so you'll see that new edition right there, Lightning Lane multi-pass, single pass, right? So if you hit purchase, it takes you to a calendar here, okay? And then you can basically switch or select any days up to, I think it's for, I'm a pass holder, so you can select up to August 14th right now. So let's say we select tomorrow, the 25th, okay? Because today's almost over, so we'll do the 25th. So what you see is you have a selection of Magic Kingdom Park, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom. Now here's where it gets a little confusing, okay? If I go ahead and select Magic Kingdom Park, you'll see that it says $29, and then view eligible experiences, and then Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and Tron are not eligible because I guess you have to wait for those till tomorrow, I believe. That one I'm still not sure of. Okay, so I'm going to show you this list here. So before I pull up the list of attractions that are available, I'm going to show you this real quick. Okay, so here's the list. There's Magic Kingdom Park. You can select that one, and if you go keep scrolling, there's your individual Lightning Lanes or Lightning Lane single, whatever. Now you have Epcot. Okay, that's $21. And we keep on scrolling, and then there's Guardians of the Galaxy Lightning Lane single pass for wow, that one's going to be $17, it looks like. And then there's Hollywood Studios for $26. Okay, and then there's your Rise of the Resistance, which is unavailable. So that means, I guess, people have already snatched them up for tomorrow, maybe. And Animal Kingdom is $18 tomorrow, and then Flight of Passage is also unavailable. So I'm guessing by those being unavailable, because you can select Guardians, but the other ones you can't. So I'm guessing those are already sold out for tomorrow already. Now the way this thing works is if you're staying on resort property, you can select it, I think it's up to 30 days or 14 days, something like that. And if you are an annual or a ticket holder or an annual pass holder, I think it's 3 days. So I think if I try to select a day like more than 3 days out, it might not let me. So if I try for Sunday, let's see here. Yeah, it says will be eligible to purchase on July 25th, 2024. So if you're an annual pass holder, you only get 3 days ahead of time. Now, if I were to purchase a hotel at Disney and go stay there, then I'd get 7 days, which is, I don't know. it's just a very weird system, and because they literally started everything today, there's a buildup. So it's a lot of people are very confused. Now, the one thing I wanted to point out to you all is, and a lot of people have asked about this, because, and this isn't really written well, which amazes me. You know, when Disney comes out with something new, it's all, I don't know why this can't be simple. You know, Universal, the old system, the old FastPass Plus was pretty cut and dry. It was really easy. It wasn't part of your, it was included with your ticket purchase. But now you've got all these individual and multi-pass purchases, and it's confusing the shit out of people. And instead of like Universal, where you can literally, yeah, you're going to pay more, but you can visit each attraction over and over and over again. And you don't have to book a line. You just show up, go through the express line, and they scan your ticket or your hotel key if you're staying at one of the top resorts, and you ride and have fun. And you don't do any of this stuff. So it is a little aggravating. But you know, you got to figure this is also on top of your ticket price too, at almost $200 a day now. Well, if you're park hopping, it is over $200 a day. So to go over this one more time, Lightning Lane Multipass for Magic Kingdom is $29 tomorrow. Epcot tomorrow is $21. Hollywood Studios is $26, and Animal Kingdom is $18. Okay. The question people are having is, oh well, I want a park hop. Do I need to buy Epcot's as well for $21? And the answer is no. Okay, you can, if I'm getting this correct, you can park hop, or I'm sorry, you can, once you schedule your 3 rides in advance, once you get your first one in, you can then scan in or schedule a ride for the next park. I think there's a loophole there that they've been talking about. Disney's already getting on this, I guess. They're looking at maybe they closing it or something, because the loophole was, well, instead of spending $29, just buy the Animal Kingdom one for $18, run into Animal Kingdom, get your first ride in, or your first attractions, or race through the 3 of them that you're going to do, and then jump over to Magic Kingdom and start scheduling rides. That's been a big question, because you know, why would you spend $29 when you just spend $18 at Animal Kingdom? Yeah, you're going to take a chance at some of the rides being used up, but it's a gamble to save, you know, $11 a person. So a family of 4, that's $44 that you're going to save. Now, I think in the coming days you're going to see changes made to that. But honestly, man, this thing at Animal Kingdom is a freaking joke. Basically, you can use it for Dinosaur, Expedition Everest, Feathered Friends in Flight, that's a show, Festival of Lion King, that's a show, Finding Nemo, Big Blue and Beyond, that's a show, It's Tough to Be a Bug, that's a show, Kali River Rapids, Kilimanjaro Safaris, and Navi River Journey. Basically, of those rides, Expedition Everest, Kali River, and Navi River are about the 3 you're going to have a line to navigate most times. If you go at the end of the day, you don't need this. You really don't. To buy this at Animal Kingdom is, it's not really worth it in my opinion, because there's just, you know, $18 for basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 experiences. Because the other one, number 6, is Avatar Flight of Passage, and that's an extra. That's a Lightning Lane single pass, so that's not included in the main bundle here. The only park really that this thing comes in handy is Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios, because Magic Kingdom, if you do that, your eligible experiences are, now here's the other side of this coin. There are a list of top tier 1 attractions, and then there's tier 2. The tier 1 attraction list is pretty short, okay? Meaning you can schedule one of those and then 2 tier 2 attractions. All right, stay with me. The question though is, once you ride your tier 1, and if you still have 2 tier 2s hanging out, can you schedule another tier 1? Not sure. So basically the tier 1s would be Tiana's Bayou Adventure, Space Mountain, probably when it comes back online, Peter Pan's Flight, What else? Big Thunder Mountain. Like, it's not a big list. It really isn't. The rest of them are all tier 2. So you're going to spend $29 plus taxes, over $30 for this system at Magic Kingdom. The other one is Hollywood Studios, and again, it's really hard to justify this thing at Hollywood Studios, again, because there's just not much there. But the lines tend to get long because there's not much to do at Hollywood Studios. So you got Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, Millennium Falcon. Now, I don't remember which one of the tier 1s, so I'm just going to read the attractions. So you got Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, Muppet Vision 3D. Don't waste your Fast Pass on that thing. Rock and or Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith, Slinky Dog Dash, Star Tours, Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, and Toy Story Mania. If you follow along, a lot of times I'm trying to do one of these. I think I have another vlog somewhere in the list that I've done over the years, where I went into Hollywood Studios at night before closing and was able to do a decent amount of attractions. I'd like to try that again. Basically, you can get a lot in if it's not too terribly busy in the last hour and a half or so of the park being open, because everybody goes to Fantasmic. And Fantasmic holds about 10,000 people, so that's a pretty good chunk of park attendance. You can do quite a bit when people go out to see that. But yeah, people have talked about this today. Like I said, some people aren't happy about it. The one where it really isn't worth it is Epcot, and I'm just being straight honest with y'all on that one, because you would really only need this. You're going to spend, what is it for Epcot? $21. You would spend $21 to get Frozen Ever After, Journey to Imagination with Figment, Living with the Land, Mission Space, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, Soaring Around the World, Spaceship Earth. I don't know why they have Test Track on there. Test Track's closed till next year. Seas with Nemo with Friends, Turtle Talk with Crush, like that. So basically, you're gonna buy this to try to get, through the line a little faster on Frozen Ever After and Remy's Ratatouille Adventure is what it comes down to. So you're gonna spend an extra $21 for basically 2 rides. Because the other ones that are on here, Disney and Pixar Short Film Festival, that if that ever has a 35-minute wait, you should run. That thing that never has a wait longer than a walk-on. Journey to Imagination with Figment, same thing. It's mostly a walk-on, except for during Christmas and some of the extremely busy times. Mission Space, you can walk on that almost always. Soaring Around the World, at the end of the day, usually has a 15-20 minute wait. Spaceship Earth, same thing, end of the day, 5 minutes you can sometimes walk on. Even Test Track, when it comes back online, at the end of the day, you can usually get on pretty quick. Seas with Nemo and Friends, another one. You can walk onto that pretty quick. Turtle Talk, that's with Crush, that's another one. There's never a line for it. So you're going to spend $21 for basically 2 attractions. I think that by charging these individual prices for each park is a flippin' joke. What they should have done, if they got a charge, is they should have made a Lightning Lane multi-pass and just make it that's it. It's a multi-pass. It's good for whatever park you're going to be at. If you're just going to do 1 park per day, then it's good at whatever park you're at. If you're park hopping, that's good all over the place. But people logged on this morning and they saw this. Oh my God! Well, Magic Kingdom's 29, Epcot's 21, Hollywood Studios is 26, and Animal Kingdom is 18. Am I going to have to spend almost $100 to get all the parks? And that was a legit question, because Disney never mentioned anything about that in the rollout to this. And thank God the answer is no. But I think in the interest of saving money, what's going to wind up happening, especially on busier days, because this thing will go up in price. These are prices right now because the parks aren't that terribly busy. But Labor Day, October break, Thanksgiving, and Christmas and New Year's, there were some other articles I've seen where they think that we could see a $55 Lightning Lane. But again, instead of doing this where you charge for each individual park, they should have just made it just one cost across the board. $35, get you whatever you're gonna do. Like, that's it. I just, they gotta freaking make this thing so convoluted and so difficult. But what I might do this weekend, I've got some plans, but got a lot of vlogs coming up. Got some really good projects coming up for you all. Oh, by the way, not to change the subject, but this is from SeaWorld. It's Penguin Trek's opening day shirt. It's pretty cool. It's a fun ride. I'm glad you all are enjoying that vlog. It's doing pretty well. So what I might try to do is we'll get the Lightning Lane multi-pass for Animal Kingdom. I'm assuming it's going to be around 18 bucks. And then we'll try to park hop with that and see what we can get in. And then maybe another day get the one for, let's say, Hollywood Studios or Magic Kingdom, and then try that. I hate giving money to this thing. I really do, because I completely disagree with this whole system. But, you know, in order to get good information out, because, you know, in order to get good information out, I gotta, you know, gotta try it out, you know. Kind of like with Genie. Crazy enough, this makes Genie actually look better, which I can't believe I'm saying that, honestly. With Genie, there was no tier 1, tier 2. It was just, you could schedule whatever, and a lot of people would stack their rides for later in the day. With this one, it's going to be very difficult to do because of the tier 1 and tier 2 thing. You're not going to be able to stack like 6 or 7 rides up and just go ride them one after the other, which if you got really good with Genie, you could do that. But now, like I said, we got all these pricing tiers, and I could honestly see a lot of people going the Animal Kingdom route to save the money, and then taking a chance on the other parks later in the day to see if they have anything available. But also, you got to remember this time too, people can now book ahead of time. So from what I understand is they're going to have a allotted amount of Lightning Lanes available for pre-booking, and then if those sell out, then the day of they're going to release more, I guess. That's the word. And then of course, obviously throughout the day, as people change things around, you know, they'll come online. But again, you're still spending a day in the theme park pretty much on your phone the whole time trying to get this stuff, which a lot of people disagree with. And I gotta go, I can't, you know, be too frustrated with people that think that way, because you're on a vacation, like, you know, now you gotta constantly be dealing with this thing. And that's kind of how it's been with Disney since after the parks reopened in 2020. I don't know. We'll see how this does. You know, it's going to take some time to play out. But I think in the coming days this weekend, I'm going to have to get this thing, and we'll have to try it out. And we'll go from there. The other vlog I thought about doing is called the Big Five, the Walt Disney World Big Five, which to see if you can do that in one day. Basically, anything that's got a virtual queue or is in the top tier list, the Lightning Lane single list, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, Tron, Guardians of the Galaxy, Avatar Flight of Passage, Rise of the Resistance. See if we can do all those in one day. I think you can, but again, sadly to do that though, you're going to have to spend some money, which really sucks. You know, 2 of them you can, you know, if you do it right, you can get the virtual queue for, but you know, the other ones you're going to either have to wait in line, or you're going to have to buy the single pass. And I haven't figured out how I want to do that yet, but I think it's something we'll try just to kind of pass this along, see if we can do all 5 in one day. Something fun to try. So, but anyway, that's the new Lightning Lane. Again, it's kind of, this is a generic vlog. I'm just kind of going off the cuff of my head just from everything I've seen and read today. I have not used this yet, but I've looked through it, and you know, the first thing I saw this morning was, holy crap, there's 4 of these and they're all different prices. Are people going to have to buy each one of these for each park? Holy cow. No, they won't. The other thing I could see them doing is, just like with Genie, adding a Lightning Lane multi-pass for all 4 parks, and that's going to be at another higher price. Will we see that? Who knows? Not sure. This thing is insanely confusing though. A lot of it is that tier 1, tier 2 attractions, and that's that's where it gets kind of funky, because then you also, not only do you have the tier 1, tier 2 attractions, but now you have the really high tier attractions like Tiana's Bayou and Tron, which are available, through either virtual queue or you have to pay for it. And I really think this is starting to sour on people. I really do. Like, people, they're just tired of getting nickel and dimed, so it's going to be interesting to see what this does moving forward. And even the economy, man, the cracks are showing. Like, things are not well. People can't pay their bills. Credit card debt's at an all-time high. I mean, it keeps getting higher. We're like at almost 1.9, almost $2 trillion now in collective credit card debt, which is just hard to even imagine. So people are spending money they don't have, unfortunately. And with entertainment and vacations, people will travel regardless of whether they got money or not. That's one thing that, unless people are completely tapped out, like kind of in '08, then travel suffers. But when travel starts to suffer, that things are bad, because people will, as they've proven before, go into insane amounts of debt to go to Disney and these theme parks. What is it? They were saying like 7 out of 10 families that go really can't afford it, but they do anyway. And then throwing stuff like this in there only makes it worse. So, and these parents now are, which is, to me, it's crazy. Like, it's about the experience. Even, you're going to get on rides as you go, but they're so freaked out about, I have to give my kids the perfect experience. And then they go into insane levels of debt to have the perfect experience. It's not about that. It's just about spending time together as a family. But unfortunately, social media ruins that. They have to show everybody on social media what a fantastic time they had. And like my favorite line from the movie Tin Cup, people will bury themselves alive to prove they can handle a shovel. And that's basically what ends up happening. So we'll keep tabs on this in the coming days. And like I said, my plan is to get in the parks for a day, and we'll do some park hopping, and we'll take this thing out for a spin and see what happens, and then we'll report back again. So I hope you all have a fantastic week. Have a good evening. I'll see you all again soon. In regards to Lightning Lane, it's been the truth. It's been actual. And I hope for everybody out there, it's been mighty satisfactual. See ya.